This is Functionally Feral, the podcast where two college roommates turned chiropractors, clinic owners, and crunchy moms talk about running functional businesses while raising feral children. We're Felicia and Natalie, home birth enthusiasts, holistic rebels, and slightly unhinged multitaskers who believe in nervous system regulation and toddler negotiation. Join us each week as we crack up and crack facts, swap stories from the trenches of motherhood and entrepreneurship, and explore all things holistic living, healing, and hustle, with zero shame and lots of laughs.
Hello and welcome back to episode 13.
Hello.
Hi, Natalie.
We've just been having a grand old time chatting.
We've already chatted.
Start recording.
We've already been chatting for 30 minutes. That was behind the scenes.
On all the things we want to talk about. And then we dive into these rabbit holes and then we're like, wait, say this.
Or all the things that we can't say live on the pod. But maybe someday we'll do a paid subscription for our behind the scenes conversations.
For the real stuff.
The stuff that we cannot give away for free.
Oh, man.
I know. Maybe someday.
I think that's a great idea.
I know.
Because there's probably some people who would
actually want to know
the details.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
So funny. So we're going to chat a little bit. We're going to extend our series a little bit on the what would Felicia and Natalie do.
Yes.
And we're going to more so talk about general immunity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What would we do for just preventing general sickness? And if you have a cold, what would you do? Or the flu, something like that.
Yeah. Or the COVID.
We might even dabble into COVID now that we can actually talk about it.
The big C word, I know. I wonder if we'll get censored. We'll see.
Whatever. I don't care.
We'll see. Just to know. My headphone wire keeps rubbing on my zipper.
Oh, no.
And it sounds so terrible in my ears. So I'm going to try and hide
you can hear it.
Well, I don't know. It's transmitting up the wire.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all twisty.
Yeah. It's
dying it.
Okay.
Dying it.
So what we want to talk about today is piggybacking off of our last episode that went over very well with our listeners. People really liked kind of hearing how Natalie and I approach different, I guess, topics in the wellness sphere and what we would do to treat them in our own home. A lot of people were very fascinated about homeopathy. A lot of people are very fascinated about supplements that we have in our house that we kind of use interchangeably and what they're for. So we figured because we're coming up on the cold and flu season, we would piggyback into that and kind of give our rundown of things that we like and that work for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'll start with this funny story. Kind of not funny, but just interesting story. My uncle texted me the other day, and he and his wife, they're 80 years old, so they're getting up there.
Yeah.
And he was just, I don't know, he just decided he was going to text me that day and just say, hey, we're sick, and just letting you know, I don't even know. It was almost
he was like, this is my last text
letting
message.
You know that, right. It kind of felt that way. I was like, wait, okay, let me call you and we'll talk about what's going on. And I just said, okay, what are you doing currently? What do you have at home? He goes, well, he always consults with all of his doctor friends and before he calls me.
Right.
And
old retired doctor friends.
Right. So he had this really bad cough and kind of just achy, not necessarily flu-y fever, but just didn't feel good, So just kind of he could feel that it was hitting him. The mucus is deep within his throat and in his chest. So he had a lot of nasal congestion too. So he was doing Afrin in order to sleep at night.
Wait, isn't that addictive?
Probably. I don't know.
Wait, is that the nasal spray that people
obsessed with that? Yeah.
I think that's an addictive nasal spray.
I'm pretty sure. But it works from what I've heard. I've never used it.
I think the back of the box says
you can use it
only
twice a day.
Yeah, for 2 to 3 days at a time.
A couple days, right.
Yeah.
But
people get addicted to it for years.
For so long. Okay. So he was doing Afrin and I'm doing Afrin and I'm doing Tylenol. And I go, oh no.
You're like, and you're going to go ahead and tune into episode 12 of Functionally Feral, found on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
I literally said, wait, did you listen to our podcast? He goes, what podcast? I go, well,
Oh my God. If you have an
let me
hour.
send it to you. But anyway, I really said, okay, do you have these things? Because I know like
Okay.
his wife had some of them, I think,
Yeah.
but not all the things that I would probably have him do for true getting over a sickness.
Reverse the effects of his Tylenol.
Tylenol. So I go, first of all, let's stop the Tylenol unless you feel like you really, really need it.
Oh my.
Just because it's going to prevent your natural body from healing in the right way. And he goes, okay, that's fine. And I go, I have a half an hour. I'm going to go to the natural market. I'm going to get you some things and I'm coming over and I'll tell you how to use them.
Yeah.
And you will feel better within a day. Like I was like, you will feel better. There's no way you won't. He goes, okay, if you're for real about this, like, I'll trust you.
Oh,
like, okay. So I went and got him. I'll tell you what I got him. So they had at the natural market that we have, they had only a few things. And I wanted to also not do too many herbs because of the medications that he's on. So he has all kinds of like heart things that he's taking.
And you have to be careful with herbs.
So you have to be careful with herbs. So I said, okay, I'm going to go get you I went and just to see what they had. So they had ColdCalm, which is the Boiron ColdCalm homeopathic in the little tablets.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's good. And then they had the Chestal in the little pellets.
Okay.
Which
What
is great.
What is Chestal?
Chestal is for coughs and for like
chesty things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I find if you're specific between the ColdCalm and the Chestal, like ColdCalm is great for like head colds for sure. But if it's in your chest at all, Chestal is so good.
What are you saying? Chest, A-L-L?
Chest, A-L. So it's one word, Chestal. Yeah.
Okay.
Chestal. Okay. So I got those. I got him a silver. They only had the Sovereign Silver, like that classic Sovereign
very
Silver
generic
spray that you have to take like 50 sprays of to equal one dose. Whatever.
They're like, drink half the bottle. Did you get the nasal spray or did you get the mouth spray?
Both. I did the silver nasal spray, the silver mouth spray, the Propolis nasal spray, and the Propolis throat spray. So I did all of them. I was like, you need to have these things.
All of that equals one dose of Afrin.
I'm like, you need to try this stuff. Yeah. What else did I get him? I got them a silicoccinum just in case it turned into like more of a flu situation because I love that one.
Yes.
But I said, you probably don't need this now, but just in case you were to get the flu.
Yes.
This is really good. I think that was about it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else I got. No, I think that was it. So I go, do all these things multiple times a day. I wrote down exactly what to do. And he goes, okay, I'm going to trust you. And he said he woke up the next day and he slept through the night. He didn't have any nasal congestion. It was so much better. His cough was less, still like deeper. So I said, I'll bring over some other things if you feel like you need it. But by today, this is like 2 days ago. By today, he said he's so much better.
Love that.
And he's 80 years old.
Oh,
like your immune system should be honestly not that great. At that
it's getting tired,
especially after he just took Tylenol for a couple days.
It's getting real tired.
So that's like a little. It was just a funny instance that was like, oh, this is appropriate that we're talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been better. I'm trying to think if I had any like, I don't know. I mean, in my life, I have people that'll text me and be like, hey, I have this, or like, hey, my husband's suffering with this. And I just like bring my first aid kit. So I mean, I love my homeopathic first aid kit. I think it's like, it's so universal to so many problems.
I know. And I hate when people text me and I like have all these things I want to tell them to do, but I know they don't have them.
Right.
And then that makes me annoyed because I'm just like, can you just get a homeopathic kit?
Can you get a first aid kit, please?
Please?
Yeah.
Can you just have it so I can tell you what to do?
Yeah. And even honestly,
really need it.
A communal first aid kit, because they last forever, right?
For sure.
Or not
That's
forever,
so true.
but they last so long. Like I can cover like my family. I can cover my brother's family. Like I can kind of dose
It's true.
people in my close vicinity. So it's almost
It's
like
true.
village living.
Yes, I love it.
If you're close in proximity to anyone that you like and you can dose them, then like that's okay because these kits will last you. Like, I mean, how much of some of those things do you really need?
They do.
Um,
Yeah, some
but
of them you could use once in your lifetime,
right.
it
But when you need it, you
but
need it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just
So
need to have it. So
right.
I will tell you, I have a lot of single remedies of homeopathic stuff,
Now, did you
just like
collect those as you've
that
gone?
I've
Okay.
collected. Yeah.
Okay.
Along with like the Acilicoccinum, which is wonderful for flu.
Flu. That
Yeah.
one is like a
That one's
flu goddess.
literally
Mhm.
the number one thing that anybody should ever do
Yeah.
is
So
that.
the number one takeaway from this flu topic that we're about to go down is that you need
Mhm.
that one.
Mhm.
If you
Other
have
than that,
anything. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of
I
just
mean,
deal with
basically
it.
this whole podcast is to say you need one thing. Um
And then so I also then beyond my single remedies that I've just kind of accumulated,
yeah.
depending on what I felt like I would need. There's like a kit on Amazon. It's like a blue box of homeopathy. They have a
Okay.
yellow one that's for childbirth. I have that one too.
Oh, cool.
That one has all of like the 200C
Okay.
concentrations of
Okay.
certain things. So I actually have liked having that one too.
Mhm.
But the blue one is just like 30C, 36 remedies
Yeah.
and it comes with a little booklet and tells you how to
Mhm.
use it, tells you what particular conditions you'd use each one. And
Right.
it's
Right.
great. It's like a good little like I know I have pretty much everything
Yeah.
if I needed it. So I love
Yes.
that one.
And
But
again,
then
like
you
all of these are good for like any age. So it's not like you would need like an
yeah.
adult version and a kid's version. Like all of these homeopathic kits that we're talking about are fine for like I was dosing Giuseppe with my first aid kit when he was an infant and I was doing drops in his mouth.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I could give it to my parents, so it's good
Now,
for
I will
everyone.
say what I learned from my homeopathic class I took is
Mhm.
that sometimes for babies, like
Mhm.
infant, or
Mhm.
super, super acute, intense situations, a
Yeah.
200C concentration is sometimes what you want for
Okay.
infants.
So I will
But you
say
don't have to have them.
right. So with the kit I have, so Natalie has a kit that she has both like purchased in a package deal, but also like kind of piecemealed some other things together. I bought a 30 remedy kit that is in the Fibonacci homochords. So what that basically means is they take all of the dilutions and they put them all in one bottle.
Oh.
So when you're taking a Fibonacci homochord remedy, it has every dilution and your body will only utilize what dilution you need. So as you go through your healing, if you need
Love
a
it.
200C at the beginning and a 30C in the middle, your body will pick up in that homochord like what.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's what I really like about the remedy kit.
love it.
And then, my homeopath here locally, Jenny, or I should say in the US, I shouldn't just say locally because Jenny treats
Yeah.
patients all over the US. But she uses the Fibonacci homochord. She has the 30 kit, 30 remedy kit, and it comes with the first aid booklet. And it's essentially like everything you would need for like, I don't even know. It's a 30-page first aid booklet.
Yeah.
Like that's how
It
in depth
right.
you basically so people are like, "Okay, I get this kit, how do I use it?" Right? So the first aid booklets, basically you trace down your symptoms. That's how you match homeopathy. It's not just like, "Oh, I don't even know what a good example of like doing it wrong would be." Um Anyway, so like how you find the correct remedy is you trace down like exactly what your symptoms are. So if you have a cough, so
Mhm.
this is a good example. If you have a cough, is your cough wet? Is it dry? Is it productive?
Mhm.
Is it squeaky? Is it
Yep.
barking? Is it better with cold? Is it better with hot? It basically you track down like exactly your symptom profile and then it'll tell you the remedy for that.
Yep.
So that's what's in the booklet. It's like symptom profiles.
Love
And
that.
then that's how you dose. And sometimes I get a little bit like, It kind of is like if you're looking at a sty for your eyeball, okay? Well, like it kind of does get better with a hot compress, but it's also like more irritated at night, like whatever it might be. So I'll pick and choose and I'll kind of blend my own remedies.
You can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can kind of also go down the path that's most appropriate.
Right.
Where it doesn't have to be like 100%
Yeah.
exact, but the general feeling of that thing is what you
Mhm.
go towards. So you
Yeah.
could use the same remedy for a lot of different ailments
Yes.
depending on what the characteristic of the ailment is.
Correct.
And
So
this is going to go over a lot of people's heads. And it
it
goes
still
over
goes over
my
my head.
So read
Yes.
a book, get
Yeah.
a homeopathy book, or at
Or
least like
talk to
something that
Jenny.
or talk to a homeopath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just, and you'll learn as you go.
Yeah.
I'm awful, but like ChatGPT is sometimes really helpful
Yeah.
for remedies finding. So like if I'm like quickly, I don't feel like going through my brain of like
Mhm.
what do I know, because I don't have all of them memorized.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, can you just give me some options for this particular thing?
Mhm.
It'll come up with all the different remedies and I say, okay, I have this one or I don't have this one, let's just try this. And you can kind of like trial and error a little bit
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. A family member of mine had a sty, and that's what I did. I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
what is like the best for this kind of sty? What location it is, like all these things. And then I was like, okay, I have 3 of the 5. So I'm just going to blend
Right.
the 3 I have. I will say if you purchase a kit from Jenny, so Jenny will make the kit, but she also does a 30-minute consult with you when you purchase the kit. And it's one-on-one, and she tells you how to use it, what the indications are, how to dose, like what the parameters are.
That's very
Which
nice.
is great because when you're purchasing a big purchase like this, like her kit is typically 300 or 315 for 30 remedies. And if you're making a purchase like this for your family, like you want to know how to appropriately use it so it gets
Yeah.
used.
Yep.
You don't want to be like, well, I don't even know where to start. So she does a 30-minute consult. We'll link her info in the show notes and get that squared away so that you have a way to contact her. But she's great. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been friends with her for years.
It's good to have somebody
She's
on
taught me a
your
lot about
team.
what I know in like a lot of different wellness spheres.
Yeah.
So
It's just like takeaway number 1 is get a homeopathy kit.
yes.
Sorry, you just
Yes.
have to.
Yeah, it's like having Band-Aids at your house.
Yeah.
Like, you
you
have a
just
first aid
have
kit
to.
with, like, alcohol swabs and Band-Aids and gauze. You
Yeah.
need a first aid kit of homeopathy.
Yep.
And also it, like, doesn't expire. And,
Right.
like, it can go bad if you, like, treat it poorly, leave it in the sun,
Yeah.
and, like,
Right.
put it on top of your Wi-Fi router, but
Yeah.
generally speaking, great shelf stability.
Yes. So from my years of Chinese medicine as a child with my mother,
Yeah.
we had this Chinese medicine doctor, and I think he said that you can like re-energize the vial by just
Mhm.
shaking it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can I don't know.
Jenny teaches us to percuss them in our hand.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
succuss is the word.
Succus.
So you take your palm and you succuss the
Yes.
vial or you succuss the jar,
Yes.
and that like recharges the frequency. Wait, have I ever told you about my TSA experience
No.
with my
With your
homeopathy?
vials? No, I bring it
Okay.
with me all the time.
Oh, get this.
Oh,
Okay, so this
no.
was back in 2015. So 10
Okay.
years ago.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah. So I was working with a homeopath in Arizona, and I was dealing with recurrent, very painful cysts in my ovaries.
Yes.
And I ended up having like a kind of like a cancer scare. I was working with an oncologist. I had surgery to remove the cyst. They did like biopsies while I was still under. Like it was kind of like this, like, it doesn't look like a normal cyst. So
Okay.
we're just going to prepare you for the worst. Ended up, I didn't have cancer, but their only solution, the OB's only solution was birth control.
Yes, same for me too. I had the same thing.
And
I was like,
my
no.
family and I were like, wait a minute, that's the solution? And they're like, yep, that's the only way you're going to ever like manage your cysts. And my mom is like, she's always been like an outside of the box thinker.
Mhm.
And she was like, this can't be right. So she found me a homeopath, and we went to this homeopath, and she, it was so over my head at the beginning,
It's
Natalie.
so extensive.
Oh
Like
my gosh. She had a wall. This whole room was a library, and it had, I mean, you could probably do some damage in there. Like it had,
Totally.
she had thousands of vials.
Oh my God.
Okay, so she did her whole workup. She did I think she did muscle testing.
Yeah.
But again, it was so over my head at that time.
Because it seems so ridiculous.
And I literally was like, I don't even know what she's talking about. But all I took away from it was like cures like. Okay.
Yes.
And I was like, great, sounds good. Okay.
Number one principle of homeopathy.
Oh yeah, like cures like. So I was like, okay. So she hands me this like set of vials, and they're in these like brown amber bottles.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to school in Iowa next week. And she's like, all right, so you don't want to send your vials through the x-ray machine.
Right.
And I said, okay. She's like, so my patients who travel, they just put the vials in their waistband and they just go through the metal detector.
No.
And I go, okay. So this was 10 years ago. I don't even think they were using the at that time. And
No.
I was also traveling through a small airport. So it wasn't like an international airport. It was a
Yes.
regional. So I just walked through the metal detector. I had all my vials in my waistband. I was alone. I get flagged. They're like, ma'am,
of course.
ma'am, we need to check. We need to do a pat down. I go, no, you don't. They start patting me down. Natalie, they go, oh, I need you to lift your shirt. There's something in your waistband. Are you wearing a belt? I go, no. I'm not.
Cannot.
I'm not wearing a belt. And I lift my waistband so awkwardly. And I'm just like.
And you didn't say, oh yeah, that's my homeopathy.
Well,
said,
eventually
yeah?
I had to, because I was like, I have like 6 vials shoved down my pants. And the lady's like, what are these? And I was like, they're medicine. They're my homeopathy. And she's
And
like,
you don't even know because you don't
No,
even understand anything about it.
they looked like I was smuggling drugs, bombs, lighter fluid. I don't even know what I would be. Like, why would I do that? I
Oh
literally was so taken aback because
word.
This homeopath was like, all my patients that have to travel, they just shove them in their waistband. They walk, no issue. I wasn't even nervous. I literally was like, this is what they do. So I was like so caught off guard when she was like, you need a pat down. And I was like, no, I don't.
Oh my God.
So I had to present these. I was just like fumbling things out of my pants. They weren't even in my pocket. They were shoved in my pants. And I'm fumbling them, and I'm just like, here. And she's like, what are you doing? Why did you do this? I said, good question. Why did I do this? I don't know. My homeopath told me to.
Oh my God.
So at the end of the day, they like swabbed them, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's fine. But like, don't do that.
Oh my God. I can't even believe she told you to do that.
Also, I'm surprised they gave them back to me.
I'm shocked. But if it doesn't test as anything, they just give it right back.
Yeah.
So my mom has always done that with all of her, not shove things in her pants through security. But she
honestly, Anita would do that.
She totally would. She would always take her like remedies and her different things from all of her doctors, and she would have them like manually test them.
Yeah.
So like, can you
she didn't want it to go through the
yeah.
x-ray.
Yeah. So you can just like ask them to test it. But
so if you're traveling with your remedies, don't send it through the x-ray machine at TSA. Just give it to the TSA agent and say, this is medication.
Funny.
It can't go through x-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also, speaking of, Jenny just purchased me as like a thank you for something.
Mm-hmm.
She purchased me a radiation bag. It's so cool. So you put your remedies in it, and it's this like radiation sleeve.
And then you can put it through.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can put it through anything. I think it would be good just to protect it from like EMF
in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
love that.
It's very cool. So she gifted me that this summer.
Very nice.
All that to say, that was my first experience with like, I started homeopathy and dabbling in homeopathy very early. I mean, over 10 years ago.
Yeah. It was, I remember, I mean, I've used it ever since I was a kid because we would do, our Chinese medicine doctor would actually have us hold the charged vial.
Yeah.
And then he would do like tapping down our meridian, like our spine.
Yeah.
And you do tapping to clear the sensitivity of whatever that vial was. So it would be like a vial for like an allergy or something, or whatever it was that we were sensitive to that particular month or whatever. I don't even remember. And
I know,
was
sometimes
like,
it's so over your head.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, this doesn't work. But I still to this day, I'm not sure at the time if it worked. Maybe because I was not believing in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It probably did. I just didn't have that much faith
Now
in
that
it.
you know more about emotion code.
Now that I know more about a lot of things,
and
I'm
like
yeah,
how
I
you
probably
can
would
clear
love,
things subconsciously.
yeah, I would love to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever.
I know. So my first chiropractic experience, I don't recall anything. Like I recall going and I recall being there, but I don't recall any education. I don't know anything about chiropractic from this first chiropractor I went to, and I was like, what a
Yeah,
disservice.
I know.
What a
Isn't that
disservice.
sad?
Yeah. And thankfully I found Dr. Jeff, who ended up being my hugest mentor. Hugest. He didn't teach me that word. He ended up being my biggest mentor and like teaching me about chiropractic and like,
yeah, like the how it really works.
like the philosophy. He actually he won the philosophy award at Palmer.
Oh, that's cool.
And he
I didn't
started
know
the
that.
business center. A group of his friends and he started the business center.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So like
I think
rooted
if
in
I would have,
philosophy.
if I would have been told, even as like a 7-8-year-old, if I would have been told essentially how it all works, I think I would have been very much on board.
Yes.
But it was just kind of like, here's what we do.
It was
This is
done
what we're
to
doing.
you.
It was done to me. It wasn't like, here's why we're doing this. Like,
Yeah.
this is how it works. I don't know that a lot of kids are ready for that, honestly, at 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. I don't know. I was.
Honestly,
I would have loved that.
I feel like maybe that understanding earlier on will program your subconscious and program like your understanding of what is medicine, what is healing.
Absolutely.
Because the longer you go and then have to relearn, I feel like the relearning is hard. And that's why we're saying like,
really hard.
For a lot of people, homeopathy is going to be over their heads. It's because none of us have been exposed to this philosophy or this understanding.
You
from
can't
an early
get the
age.
concept because it's so different than our
wildly
current
out of
medical
your paradigm.
model.
Yeah. It's like
homeopathic medical schools and hospitals existed before, like right before the Rockefeller petroleum current medical like whole changeover.
Big pharma.
So right.
Big wellness got taken over by big pharma.
And it's all like, you can dive down that rabbit hole of like the petroleum based industry of like how current medical training is pretty much just based around the fact that we can prescribe petroleum based pharmaceuticals
and patent them.
You
can't patent homeopathy.
No,
you can't. It's not. You cannot patent
natural
homeopathy.
substance.
It's literally earth molecule, like plants, leaves, flower. It's like all those things, and then it's diluted, so you can't patent it.
Right,
and that's why I got kicked to the curb.
Exactly. So that's what hospitals were, and that's what medicine was.
Yeah.
Before petroleum. Anyway,
we digress. Okay, how are we treating what are we looking for with cold and flu? Symptoms, how are we treating them?
Let's start
what are
with
we doing?
flu, because flu's easy. I think flu
so
is
easy.
like, you basically do nothing except acylococcinum and
water
and minerals, and you kind of just
wait it out.
Hope for the best. Yeah.
Honestly,
but it's like,
I feel like
flu is okay.
I feel like the flu is maybe one of the best things to get because you're not getting antibiotics shoved down your throat. Like
I do agree
when
with
you
you.
know you have a
Mhm.
virus, you are just like, okay, it's a wait it out. It's a 10-day, 7 to 10 day wait it out. And I
Yeah.
almost wish we had more of that philosophy when it came to other things, because
I know.
when it comes to anything that remotely resembles a bacteria, people are jumping on an antibiotic. And like with the cold and flu, it's just like let's wait it
We
out.
just know we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But in terms of symptom
Mhm.
relief,
Yeah.
acylcarnum is
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Um,
And if you can do herbs, the Feel Better
yeah.
Fast from Earthley, that
Yes. Feel better fast.
honestly, if you have anything, try Feel Better Fast.
Definitely. For pretty much everything.
If you don't feel good for any reason, I don't care what you don't feel good
Yep.
with. Feel Better
That one
Fast.
is
Yeah.
like, that's a for
It's a heavy
sure. You
hitter.
need to buy that one. That one is
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And
So
that's kind of across the board for
mhm,
colds, flus,
mhm.
stomach aches, fevers,
Bacterias.
bacteria, like anything. Feel
Yeah.
Better Fast is so good.
Yeah.
I do think like the general old echinacea is
Mhm.
really good. And I think we
Like
talked about
plain
that a
old.
little
Yeah.
bit last time. Plain
Yeah.
old echinacea. But
Mhm.
echinacea is in the Feel Better Fast also.
Yeah.
So that's why for kids, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think for adults, if you wanted to up the echinacea a little bit. Oh,
I
that's
was
the
gonna
other thing I
say.
got my uncle. I
Oh.
said, "Do you have echinacea?" I was like,
Mhm.
"That was our grandma's like traditional classic remedy." He goes, "Yeah, that was what she would always give."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I used to take that all the time and I don't think I have it anymore." And I said, "Okay,
Mhm.
I'm going to bring you echinacea and you're going to take that."
How do you like people to take it? Do you do a pill or do you do a tincture?
A pill,
Pill.
either one.
I
Honestly,
can
either one is good.
honestly, if you can stomach it liquid,
The liquid's probably better.
it's better, but I just I have memory
I
of
can't do it.
it
I have
burning so
trauma.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
anyway, you
can't
can
do
take echinacea.
it. Yeah. So that one's good again
Okay.
for colds, flus,
Yes.
whatever,
Yeah.
fever, anything.
Yeah.
General immunity.
Mhm.
Echinacea is amazing.
Okay, so when you get a cold or you get the flu, mostly like the flu, you get like the body aches. What are
Mhm.
we doing for our body aches? I like a rice pack. I like a warm compress when I
Warm.
have a
Yeah.
body ache.
Yeah.
If it's
Epsom
like
salt bath.
really, yeah, if it's really
Mhm.
bothering me,
If you don't have
usually,
much of a fever, you could do an
right.
Epsom salt bath.
I usually like can power through the body aches, but like what would you do for like a body
Rest,
ache? Rest.
hydration,
Yeah.
minerals. The
Mhm.
silicocynum, that's what that's for,
Okay.
is for
Okay.
the achiness and the just chills, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What are some other classic things that like a flu symptom would present as? A stomach is a stomach bug a flu?
Not
This
really.
No? What is a
No,
stomach bug?
but we can talk about the stomach bug too.
You're getting a lot out of this episode. Wait, what is the stomach
It's
bug?
more of a virus. It's
Yeah.
typically more of just a different type of virus, like
Oh, it's a different.
norovirus or
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So like stomach flu is not influenza.
Correct.
So when we're talking about influenza
A or
A,
B.
B,
Yeah. C, D,
COVID,
E, F, G.
whatever,
Whatever
um,
strain you're getting.
you can do there's just not a ton besides like the viral things that we've already talked
Mhm.
about a little bit with fever.
Mhm.
So colloidal silver, do your echinacea, do your I don't know what the heck did we talk about? The viral ones. So I said silver. Yeah, I think like
Yeah.
that's what I would be doing.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'd be doing. Yeah.
Here's a little segue.
Mhm.
Ways that we can this is a little life hack. How to know what is coming. So people are like, "Ooh, how do I know what to prepare for? How do I know what's on the horizon? What's coming this season?" Well, you can always assume cold and flu. It's kind of like the influenzas, right?
Yeah.
But if we look to Australia and we look at what they had in their
Mhm.
winter, it'll tell us what we're getting this winter.
I find that so
Isn't
fascinating,
that
but it
crazy?
makes so much sense.
So their seasons are opposite of ours.
Mhm.
And they're pretty much going through like what we just had this summer, like they just had their cold and flu season. So we're
Right.
looking at them to see, okay, what's coming our way now? Like what are we prepared for? And so in my research, they called it the triple demic,
Oh my god.
which kind of sounds like a sushi roll. Like
It sounds horrible.
yeah, a
Sounds like
triple
a
demic.
it sounds like a monster truck.
I know. Essentially what it was is it's pretty much the influenza A, B, and COVID.
Oh, so like everything that's
It's like,
every year.
oh, it's coming again. But what they were just saying is like they got hit pretty heavily this year with it.
Okay.
That's why they called it a triple demic, because it was pretty much like
All of them all
like
together,
yeah,
probably,
yeah,
where you have like
yeah,
each thing and you
yeah.
test for all of them.
You can test positive for all three.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much what's coming our way.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that was the same last year too.
Last year,
Like,
I did
or maybe 2
know.
years ago.
I was gonna say I did know a few people that got hit with double or triple infection.
Mhm.
And the double, triple infections, they pretty much are ending up in like urgent care, or the
Definitely.
hospital, because they're getting real sick. But if you can do things that like mitigate your inflammation, then when you do get hit with something like this, then your body has more of a reserve
Yeah.
to fight.
Let me tell you a very important piece to this is that
Drop it, Natalie.
typically, if you get sick, you're waiting a couple days, you're doing your Dayquil, NyQuil, whatever the heck. I don't even know.
I know. I don't even know what people take.
I don't
Wait,
even know.
what is Tamiflu? Tamiflu is one of those things.
That would be once you know and you have been tested for the flu.
But I think
then
Tamiflu only works in the first
first few days.
I think you have to take
I
Tamiflu in the first
know.
like 24 hours.
I know. So like if you're waiting a couple days and then you get tested and
Yeah.
then you're still sick after like 4 or 5 days and your
It's almost
body's been
over.
going through well maybe or it's going to get worse.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, if you just like are waiting it out doing literally nothing for yourself to increase your body's natural immunity, like you could be sick for weeks.
Yeah.
If you can fight things from the moment you feel something.
Right.
The moment you feel like a little
Tingle.
like tingle in your nose, a little tickle in
Scritch
your
of your throat. Yeah.
the tiniest little thing.
You
That's
sneeze 3
when
times in a row.
Like pound the Feel Better Fast, pound
Yes.
the electrolytes, pound the Echinacea,
Mhm.
whatever. I wouldn't do silver yet until you know you're actually sick.
Mhm.
But do some things like the propolis,
Yes.
all of that. Not for you, not for bee sting
people
allergies. But like do
Mhm.
the zinc and the vitamin D. And I don't think we talked about a lot of that stuff.
No. There's so much to talk about. This could be
there are
400 parts.
There are. So like I
All right, Natalie, you got a tickle in your throat. What's your protocol? Okay.
Propolis spray. I'm probably doing cell salts also. So like I personally do bioplasma.
That's an electrolyte.
It's kind of like a mix of an electrolyte and homeopathy. It's like right in the middle ground. So I like the cell salts. That helps your body like get through sickness a little bit better.
Yes.
When you have a vague symptom where you don't have a symptom enough that you would take a homeopathic remedy for it.
Because you don't know what it is yet.
Because you don't know what it is yet. So like cell salts are awesome. So bioplasma is great. Or a 12-in-1 cell salt is good. Okay. So I'm doing propolis, cell salts, probably a little Feel Better Fast tincture. I'm doing zinc, probably 50 milligrams a day. I'm going to do my upper limit.
On a stomach that has food in it.
Has food in it, please.
Do not take zinc on an empty stomach.
Please do not. It hurts. It's really uncomfortable.
I got so sick from
done
zinc
it before.
once.
It's horrible.
I thought I had food poisoning. It wasn't. It was zinc on an empty belly.
I'm also probably upping my vitamin D to at least 15,000 IUs. At least, maybe 20. And I do a combined A, D, E, and K altogether.
Oh, you do all 3? Okay.
All 4. Because I find it's all the fat solubles.
You're like, Felicia can't count.
Felicia, how many fat soluble vitamins do we have?
A, D, E, and K. That's something I'll never forget.
Never. So
and you do liquid?
It's like a liposomal capsule.
Okay, mine's a liposomal, like shoot in your mouth. Not a spray, but a squirty.
Perfect. I'm doing enough vitamin C just up to the point that it gives me diarrhea. Because that's how you know you're taking enough.
Oh my gosh. That's how much with my magnesium post-surgery.
Literally.
My doctor was like, take it until it's too much and then back off a little. And I was like, perfect.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And then I kind of like wait and see. So actually, you know what? Designs for Health has something called Immunitone also.
Okay.
And that has like all kinds of mushrooms in it. It has, I think, some echinacea, zinc. It has like
Okay.
all these different like
That's a
immune
little catch-all.
herbs. It's a catch-all
Mhm.
herbal supplement. I have patients who swear by that one.
Mhm.
They're like, I haven't been sick since I started taking that. I'm go, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's my like, okay, I'm doing nasal sprays too.
Okay.
Definitely. Because
Okay.
that's where sickness starts, is in the sinus.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm doing
Specifically this kind of
maybe
sickness.
maybe not the silver yet. Again,
Yeah.
I would do silver once I know there's like
An
something
infection.
brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the herbs, the propolis sprays, the xylitol sprays, whatever, saline, even
Mhm.
neti pot, whatever.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'd say that's most of my list.
Okay. So Natalie just covered some of the supplemental things.
Yeah.
I'm going to cover, in addition, lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay. So I get a tingle, I get a scritch, a scratch, I get something. First thing I'm doing is like the supplements, right? But then I'm going to clear my schedule and I'm going to take a nap.
That's a wonderful thing that
Yes.
I can't say
That
that
was
I
like,
do.
that was like, and I don't nap. No, but
I love that for you though.
I don't get to nap often, and I will only use my naps, like, when I really need them. So,
Mhm.
like, if you feel like you're getting sick and you're like, "Oh, got a wedding this weekend, like, I can't afford this." Like,
Yeah.
this is, like, the extreme, like, you go to the end of what you're capable of. I would say take a nap, and the kind of nap you wanna take, you want to be I like to be on my back. That's the most neutral you can be. On your back, you want your
Mhm.
feet elevated slightly. Elevating your feet just slightly above your head. You don't need to put your feet on the wall. Just enough of a pillow under your feet, and that's going to change the gradient pressure of your cerebrospinal fluid, which helps
Mhm.
activate more of your immune system and immune boosting properties in your brain. So
Love
basically,
it.
like it's helping your brain pump your fluids a little bit faster. And so
Mhm.
you want just to have a little bit of an elevation to the feet. You want to take a nap, even if it's 30 minutes. But what that does is when you're napping, your body doesn't have to use any of its cell energy for other things. It can work on healing, and then getting ahead of the problem.
Totally.
So, I mean, that's like if you can afford a nap, I would say take a nap.
Do it. Yeah. And
Um,
just in general, rest a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Mhm.
Another great thing, if you can't afford a nap, get your feet in the earth. The
Yeah.
vibrations of the earth
Sunlight
and
and
sunlight.
earth.
Mhm.
It's so true.
Even in the winter. I mean, I know it's cold, but,
Mhm.
like, if you can find a space that's in the sun and the earth is, like, a little bit warmer, a rock, go stand on a
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand in the snow, but if there's, like, a rock that has, like, some sun on it and it's a warmer rock, stand on the rock. The vibrations of
Totally.
the earth, the vibrations of the, like, air outside, like, everything outside is going to be leading to a healthier immune system.
Yep.
And so if you can't nap, at least get your feet in the earth, and whether that
Yep.
be on grass, dirt, a warm rock, or sand, I
Perfect.
don't know, wherever you are. If you don't have that capacity, it's nighttime, it's freezing out, red light therapy.
Definitely.
That's a generic, like, covers all inflammation kind of thing. Like, if you're fighting respiratory, if you're fighting something like head cold, if you're fighting
Yep.
stomach bug, like any kind of those, like, red light therapy.
Definitely. A vibration plate if you have one.
Ooh, I wanna get
Lymphatic
one. That's
drainage.
my
I
next
love
purchase.
mine.
I'm getting
I
a Vibe plate,
really love it. I
and you can
really
get
love
them
it.
pretty inexpensively.
You can. You can. I
I
think
should have
that's
gotten one on Prime Deal
you
Prime
should
Deals
have.
Day.
It's
Darn it.
so good.
There's probably
Like
another Prime Deals Day in a week or 2.
oh, I'm sure there is.
They're,
There will
like, all
be
the time.
all the time.
Okay, so napping, outdoor grounding, Vibe plate,
Mhm.
and red light therapy. You kinda touched on it, but, like,
Yeah.
water is so healing. I mean, your body is going through so many processes to try and heal and boost your immune system. Your lymph is gonna be taking out the garbage, so you need
Yep.
fluid in order for your lymph to move. You
Yep.
also need movement. Napping is great, but you also need to, like, move your body.
Just
So,
a little.
you have to do both.
If you can handle
Um,
taking a walk. I think
yeah.
that's what was missed
During
That's
COVID?
during COVID, is
Yeah.
that
People weren't
everybody
moving.
was like, I'm going to sit in my house because I'm scared to even go outside.
Yeah. So
And
they
that
missed
was
the earth, the
ridiculous.
grounding, they missed fresh
The
air, they missed
sunlight.
movement, they missed sunlight.
Yeah.
Lots of pieces were missed.
That was a dark time of our
Existence.
of our existence.
Of our society. Really, we should have started
It
the
really
podcast then.
was. I know.
So I love lifestyle. I love lifestyle because those things, like all the things I just named beyond the red light therapy and the vibe plate, all those things are free.
Yep.
Okay. It doesn't cost money to go stand on a rock. You can go stand on a
No.
rock in a public place. You can stand on a rock in your backyard. You can stand on a rock at the mall. Okay. I don't care what rock you're standing on.
Just get outside.
But like a lot of the lifestyle things are things that you can do anywhere, and even if you're on vacation.
Yeah.
You
Faux
know?
free.
Yeah.
Faux free.
So free. What else are we doing, Natalie? What else are we doing to help? Like
Well,
the second, again, observation.
yes.
Observation. You have to know you're getting the tingle. You have to be so in tune with your body. I am prone to these recurrent viral infections that I've been combating for probably upwards of 15, maybe 20 years.
Yeah, like most of your life.
Yeah, I've been struggling with this stupid virus. But I know almost 12 to 24 hours before I get an infection, I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I get the tingle. I get like a slight dryness to my lip. Like I have these really minute changes that come across.
I'm the same way. I can feel it in my lips before anything else.
Before anything, you knew you were pregnant in your lips.
Oh yeah. I got
like your
thirsty
lips
beyond thirsty, and I
your
was like,
lips
oh,
will tell you more about your health. And when you're going to get sick, then you would really imagine. Like,
or I get like just like a little intuitive thought, and it's like,
same.
oh, I need to probably maybe just take a little immune booster or something.
Yeah. I mean, I would say you and I are highly attuned to our own bodies. Highly. I know when I'm going to get a mood swing. I know they're coming. I know when I'm going to get sick. I know when I'm going to get a headache. Like I have tuned into that so well. And I think if we continue to practice and flex those muscles of intuition, we're going to get better at A, figuring out when we're going to get sick, but B, figuring out what we need to treat.
Exactly. Like
because,
immediately. You'll know whether it's bacteria, virus, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know
And
exactly what you have
then
to do.
the sooner you know what your symptoms are, the quicker you can jump to homeopathic remedies. And so, you know, we don't want to wait 3 days until we're like, okay, this is my symptom Rolodex. Like 3 days in, you want to be like, okay, these are the symptoms I'm getting. Like even before I get sick, what is this telling me? Like my history tells me I'm getting a lip infection. These are the things I can do to treat that. So if we can just kind of like practice and flex those muscles a little more, I think we're going to be all off to a better start.
Yep. And I tend to like keep certain things with me wherever I am, just in case I'm like, I'm getting that feeling.
Yes.
I need something immediately. Like, because I know that I could nip it in the bud before it ever goes further.
Well, and like when you're traveling, when you're traveling, you're sleeping probably a little less, or you're getting less restful sleep. You're probably a little bit more dehydrated. You're probably a little bit more inflamed because we're drinking a little bit more alcohol or we're eating more desserts. So like when you're traveling,
exposed to different toxins,
exposed to different water,
mold,
exposed to different bacterias. So if we travel with our kit, then we're going to be, or like whatever, like I travel with a zipper bag, like this big. I put in my heavy hitter remedies. I put in my throat spray, my colloidal silver. I put in like coated silver, like whatever I need to travel with in that season of life for what I know I'm going to be kind of exposed to. And that'll change. In the winter, it's going to look different than it is in the summer.
And you won't need it every time.
No,
but
man, when you forget it, girl, you will need it. You
Trust
need
me.
It. I've never needed things more than when I went to so this is a story. I went to Vermont last winter for our week-long family vacation. The day we were about to leave, I got this brain fog. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't even tie my shoe. I was like, what is wrong with me? Like I literally was like I was like fumbling what I was doing. And sure enough, because I had the brain fog, I forgot every single remedy, every single supplement, every single anything. I usually travel with a whole host of things. Natalie, I forgot every single thing.
No.
I brought nothing. Nothing. And Steph and I both got hit. The second we landed in Vermont, it's a 5-hour drive. The second we got to Vermont, I said, Dan, I'm sick. He's like, really? And I was like, I'm sick. I got the tickle in my throat when we were driving and I was like, I'm sick. Sure enough, I had a fever for like 6 days straight, like high fever. And I had nothing with me. So we had to go into town and I'm like, we're in this small mountain town. Right. The only thing I could get my hands on were a jar of local honey and a bottle of elderberry syrup. And that's all I had. Fine. So that's all. Fine. I mean, but Seth couldn't take either because they both had honey. They were both honey. So poor Seth struggled, but he was nursing. So like really he was off to the races before I was.
He's doing great.
He was fine. But I only had honey and I only had elderberry. And I was just like,
oh my gosh.
I had nothing with me.
Like wishing you had all, because you know what to do.
I was so sick. We came back a little early because I couldn't recover.
No.
I was so ill.
But it happens every time. It's happened every time to me.
Yeah.
Every time I forget my stuff.
You need it.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Something comes up.
Yeah. I know. It's wild.
Whatever it may be.
I know.
I think the only other thing I wanted to touch on really quick was I don't really care about COVID at all. I never did that much. Okay?
We don't care about COVID.
In terms of like really changing my life and being scared of it and, and whatever. It's another virus.
It's like influenza A, influenza B, influenza COVID.
Yeah. So I wouldn't even add, especially now, I really don't care whether you have COVID or not. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you're still going to get sick, but
there were a couple extra things that I probably would have added. Okay. And that would have been like quercetin, maybe a little more zinc. Monolaurin was a really good one at the time.
Oh, that's a good viral one.
That one's really, really good for viruses.
I used to take that for my lip.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
L-lysine was also a good one for virus. Yeah, that's a good for like
taken every
cold
viral
sores and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So for viruses, there's a few like very specific things that you can do. And then
would you still source ivermectin?
For the current COVID, no.
I would, yeah.
But for a different type of pandemic that is likely to happen at some point,
right?
It would probably be wise to have some
on hand, like a little medicine cabinet.
I think it's wise to have some just for periodic parasite cleansing.
Yeah,
like I think that's a not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that company we were talking about. It's called the Wellness Company, and you can do like a medical consult, and they can give you this kit that's basically
like a prescription kit,
like an emergency preparedness kit for whatever disease, illness, pandemic is coming down the pipeline, because there's bound to be something that's going to try to wipe out the population. It's something to be prepared for that. Yeah. So they do like a special thing. So you can get it through them for sure. I don't know really where you can get it, from a horse supply store if you really want to.
Right, yeah.
Wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
I know someone that got so out of whack. They were taking quite literal horse doses,
which is
of ivermectin.
Wild.
No, they were so uneducated, but they ended up in the hospital because their sodium was so out of whack that they were having cardiac issues. They almost died.
My word. Oh my God.
So
let's have a little logic here.
Right. Like don't be crazy.
God.
Don't be crazy.
No.
And do your research. Again, like Natalie and I have done a lot of this independent research just based on like what family values we have.
Right.
Like my family values are stay out of the hospital.
At all costs.
At all costs. And that's pretty much it.
Support your immune system. Support your body's natural processes.
Like the flu does wipe out quite a few people, and like significantly, but if you can catch it early enough, like, and we can support our immune system, then you can help fight it,
That's the whole
harder.
point. I think if more people knew about what to do before like Tamiflu is ever an option for you.
Yeah. Or before you have to go to the hospital.
Before you have to go to the hospital, like there are so many things you could be doing.
Yeah.
That was the other part of COVID that was so frustrating, is that they say, don't do anything until you are literally dying.
And then you have to go to the hospital.
And then you have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
That was a major problem.
And by the time you're that sick and you have to go to the hospital, you're so dehydrated. Your liver is so inundated with toxins. Like you are fighting for your life.
You truly are at that point. So like you could have done maybe just taken a little vitamin D, or like you probably would have been in a much better condition.
You could have probably
we know that. We know that now from multiple studies.
Yeah. I mean,
that
multiple countries.
If they could have just told people to say, maybe take some vitamin D instead of saying, hey, you better hold on to your britches until the vaccine comes to save you.
They wouldn't tell us to take
That
vitamin
was
D.
insane.
They wouldn't. No. That would show weakness in the government. Right. If they were telling us to do anything natural, that would show that they didn't know what they were talking about.
Right. Now we're going to get censored.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
have a great day.
Thanks for tuning into episode 13. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hope you loved our chit chat. Remember, while we may be doctors, we're not your doctors. And this podcast is not supposed to replace advice from your own provider. Please don't take our opinions as medical advice and talk to your doctor about what's right for you.
That's a wrap on this week's episode of Functionally Feral. If you're loving the realness, the rituals, and the chaos that comes with raising feral children while building a business, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share it, tag us, and don't forget, being feral is functional when you've got a plan.